Hello. We're being all quiet again because there's a little heifer calving in here. So first ever baby.
Yeah, so this isn't just the way we talk now, it just happens to be that we keep bringing around calving calves. But yeah, if anyone tuned into our video last week, you would have seen just a little bit about the setup and the calving gate and everything like that. So this week is going to be a bit of... So as you can see, this is a cow that has also calved really recently. So she is just currently licking her calf nice and clean. So in this video, we are just going to show you what happens post-calf. So what we do with the cows, with the calves, how we move everything around, and basically just the routine post-calf. Yeah, so the calf is now up, already looking for milk, sucking. This all happens really quickly. A cow will be up and standing within 5 minutes of birth.
So the first thing we're going to do, deal with these girls.
Is what, sorry?
Deal with these girls.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Wow.
So these are the cows that calved last night. So they've been in the fresh pen today, just chilling, having a bit of me time, making sure that they're healthy and strong. We are really happy with their progress. They're both really strong and really healthy. So
Oh.
we're gonna let them go.
Are you okay?
Counter is absolutely desperate to go back into the herd.
Yeah, she's keen as quiche.
So that's what we're going to do now, is just put these two back in the herd, and then milking is an hour away. So she'll go into the herd now. In the next 10 minutes, they'll go round onto the collecting yard, and then they'll get milked. So she'll be coming straight in the parlour, we can milk her, and then she can go back out to the herd.
Yeah, so it's not like she's going to be in the herd for long. If something did, like if we decided in that time, oh actually they could do another night in the pen, that is still an option. But I think we very much doubt at this stage. If we had any doubts, we wouldn't put them in at this stage, but we are really happy. They've both been up and down and eating and drinking all day, so in they go. So Josie's just shutting that gate there to stop them going right down to what we call the hallway, which is the bit next to the calving pens. That gate comes round. I'm going to open these and we're free to go. We stress this in all our videos, like cows are very much set to routines. They love routine. Obviously they're really well looked after here. They have silage, water constantly. They've got their friends. Cows do have friends. They genuinely do. So they are a herd at the end of the day. They don't like being on their own. So they like to go back into the herd. So they'll go back in now and just mix back in with the herd. As you can see, they have got their red tapes on, so we keep their milk for their calf. But those two are happy as Larry, aren't they, girl? This is our straw barrow. So we put the straw in there to bring up to pens. It's a little bit worse for wear because I will admittedly say that I did run it over once. So that's where we keep the straw in the shed by there. So straight from there, we're going to go all the way up now to that pen. Every time cows leave a pen, we refresh it with new straw. Obviously, because they haven't calved in there, it doesn't tend to get as dirty. But even so, we will always top it up and just refresh it, ready for the next cow to go.
And like if they had dropped there after birthing here or something like that, we would remove it and dispose of that properly. So we wouldn't keep that in there either.
No.
So it's just freshening up their pen, really.
Yeah, any contamination, we always just want to avoid that. So we just keep it as clean as we can.
Because the cow that calved today will be coming in here tonight. So she doesn't want to go sleep in someone else's bed.
Oh, heck no. So that's that pan with nice fresh straw, a nice bit of fresh silage, ready for the next fresh cow.
Fresh. How many times did we just say fresh?
I think about 10. That's it, off you go with your perfectly intact wheelbarrow. It always wants to go off in its own direction. It's very hard to drive.
Where it comes so in handy, the calving pen's being so close to the parlour. So the cows that we want to get in now are obviously right here, and we're going to bring them in first now. So we bring them in before we milk the rest of the herd, just to give them a bit more space. Like the cows are just so keen to come in and milk at night, just to keep them away from that vibe. So we bring them in first, and then we can milk them and drench the calf and all. So I'm just going to open this gate this way, and then there's gates on the yard as well, as you can see. There is two, but I only need this one. As much as I love all my cows, they can be really silly sometimes. And if you didn't shut this gate, you can guarantee they just go down there.
So that's going to guide them straight into the parlour.
So that way, yeah, they'll come into the parlour and then we can milk them. And if they're dry, then they can just have a bit of feed. For these gates here, we use these for all kinds of different things. But in this occasion, I'm just going to shut it to stop them coming down here so they go into the parlour. To be fair, like the cows, they get milked every single day, twice a day. So I actually think that they would just go in the parlour. They do get feed in there as well, and it is routine. So on the whole, I'd say about 95% of the cows would just go into the parlour. But we've learned from experience, my dad's always said, preparation is key. And if you just have everything in place so that they can't just start running places that you don't want them to, then it's just so much easier in the long run.
And cows just naturally, like, if they see something they know they shouldn't do, they'll do it.
They do it, yeah.
So just try and avoid that. But yeah, so that's their route in. Really, really quick and easy.
So we've set up the parlour. Everything's ready to go. We've turned it on. And we've opened the bottom gate. So we will now go and get the fresh cow and the dry cow and crack on with our night. Wow. That was beautiful. As you see, we take time out of our day to make sure that we have a good time. Wow, that was a good one.
The coming back up wasn't quite so smooth.
No, you can work on that though.
Now I've got something to work on.
Yeah.
This is the cow then that's obviously calved. So we'll always try and, if we've got like a fresh cow and a dry cow, we'll always get the fresh one in first so that the dry cow can go behind them, because obviously we won't be milking her.
She's just gone straight to food. That's all an automatic feed. So this is our dry cow that is going to join her, or heifer should I say, first time calver.
So usually both cows and heifers will have a side of the parlour they prefer. When they're with the whole herd, they can pick a side and go in. But because there's only two of them, they have to go this side. And guess what? She's gone the wrong side.
Bless her.
So
Yeah,
as you can see, she's really close to calving, but obviously hasn't calved today. So it's nice for her just to come in for a bit of cake, and then she can go back out to her pen afterwards. As Josie said previously, we obviously take all the cows up. So you can see she's got blue tapes at the moment. That means she's dry, so she's not in milk. As she's now calved, she will be getting milk twice a day every day. So we change her tapes to red tape to start with. We'll keep her milk out for her calf for 3 to 4 days, and then she'll be going in the tank with all the other cows. So it's just a way for us to visualise where they are in their lactation, so everyone knows whether to keep her milk in the bucket or where it needs to go. It just makes it a lot easier for everyone.
Have a little haircut while she's at it.
That she doesn't have a haircut.
And then Miss Heifer is also just having a little bit of food. And the red tape on. So we'll put one on each leg and on her tail, and then we can take the milk off her then.
Yeah.
While all of this is happening, she's quite happy just munching away on her food, which she does deserve because she's had a baby today. What did you do with your day?
Just looked after her, really.
Okay, so now she's taped up so Poppy can get to it. So this is the first time her teats would have been touched, because obviously she's been dry up until now. So the first thing she'll do is just check all 4 teats.
Yeah, post-calving health is really important, so we will always just make sure we check each quarter. And the unit's on. So sorry about all the bawling, because the parlour's on and obviously we're moving the cows and everything around. They do tend to bawl because they're like, oh, it's milking time, and we obviously joined the other 2 and it just riles them up a bit, but we'll just talk over it when it happens. But yeah, so for the first milking on our farm, we literally only take enough milk off them to feed their calf. So you can see here we've got kilograms, which is really close to litres. It starts at 4, so we know a litre is going to be about here. So we'll aim to milk out about that much and just to feed their calf. The reason we do this is we don't like to take too much off them because that can cause them to have milk fever. So milk fever is a deficiency in calcium. So if you get too much calcium off them, they can just get weak and then become ill. So that's the reason we do that.
It also takes a lot of energy to produce milk, and obviously they've used a lot of energy today giving birth, and there's just like, we don't find it's beneficial taking too much off them. We find they do so much better if you just take enough off of the calf.
Yeah, and the calf is the one that needs it at this point, so as long as we've got enough there. So literally we'll stop it there. Chances are the calf will have sucked at this point as well, so she's already had quite a bit of milk taken out of her for the calf directly, so we don't like to take too much on top. So she is done. We spray her as we normally would.
Oh, off she goes to get the spray. And then because she's calf, she won't be joining the herd tonight because, as we said in our previous video, she'll be going into the fresh pen now to have a bit of TLC. So she can go, can't she? As quick as that.
Go. Yeah, so we like to let her eat all of her cake because again, that's just a really good source of energy. She's bound to be hungry after giving birth. So we let her finish her cake and then she's ready to go into her pen.
Yummy, yummy. We do actually test all our colostrum, so we will test this now and check that it's the right percent for all the goodness in it, which so far we've had really good results this spring, so fingers crossed this won't be any different. But if we ever have colostrum that's like really good colostrum, we do actually freeze it. So if for some reason a cow can't milk or her colostrum is really not very good colostrum at all, we've got spare colostrum to give a calf.
Yeah, at the start of the calving we'll always freeze as much as we can.
It's always good to have backup because you never know.
You never know. Right, so she can go back to her pen.
As we showed in our last video, I think it was, the pen is literally right there and she is there. So she can actually go now. Of course I don't want the heifer to go because she isn't calved yet, so this is where my gate skills. And she's there.
It's been about 5 minutes now since she's been milked, and as you can see she's completely settled into her pen, so she's lying down in the nice fresh straw, just chilling, recovering, and she's really happy, so that's exactly what we want. As she's so heavily pregnant, we're going to let the heifer do the quick exit straight down, so she's basically just skipping the foot bath. And then her pen is ready for her to come back into then. I tell you what, we'll put her in the calving pen. As she is so heavy, and a heifer, I think it'll be really beneficial for her to be in with the calving gate. She's got nice fresh silage, nice fresh straw. And hopefully she'll have a baby tonight. What do you think, Josie?
I don't feel her pens, but
no need to try. Definitely looks
she will
about ready, but
she'll definitely have to soon.
she's one of these that is keeping us waiting. Good luck, girl.
So we will now, our next job now is to move this calf so she can be with her new friends. But first I am just going to drench her with her mum's colostrum. Although we've seen her suck in, there's absolutely no way of telling how much she has drank. We'll always drench them 2 litres of milk regardless. How this works is you just put it into the mouth. There's a straight pipe going all the way down. As long as you put it on the tongue, this will go straight down into the stomach. Training her on the bucket right now would be it's not worth it. You're better off drenching them. It's way, way, way better for their welfare. If you do it properly, it's not stressful at all. We have done a video on drenching calves because we did a video in the autumn when we were calving back then. Go back to previous videos and you can see all about drenching. But it's completely harmless. It's just a really, really quick, stress-free way to get milk into the calf. So we're going to do that, put her with her friends, and then she'll be good to go then.
So she's just moving now to her friends. So I think it was our last video again, we showed you this little pen of calves. It's really handy having these here because when they are born they tend to come here for their first night and then they'll move to where they're going to stay. But it just means she's surrounded by calves, she's got plenty of company and she'll be really happy in with them, so it'll be really nice for her. And she's in.
That is actually another reason why we put the fresh pen, like her mum then is all the way up there, because they get back into their normal routine so quickly. So they're not like humans where they've like been dreaming of having this baby for 9 months. It's actually quite a natural thing. They don't even know they're having it until they've had it, and then it's all hormones and stuff. So if you keep the cow away from the calf, she'll move on very quickly. As you can hear, I can't hear her bawling, like she's eating silage up there, really happy. But if you put in one of these pens to have that chill time and to keep an eye on her, she would be a lot more upset and stressed because she could see the calf, which makes complete sense, like you can understand that. So that's another reason why she's up there and she's down here, because then they don't bond.
She's going to bond with her friends instead, and us. We'll give her lots of love, won't we?
Oh yeah, and that's our job.
So last but not least, we're just going to store down the pen. So I know we've said it about 50,000 times. So we store down each pen in between each calf. So you can just see there, you can tell she's calved in here. It's just a little bit dirty. So this is just gonna mostly make everything nice and dry. It's obviously fresh straw, so it's really clean. There's gonna be no bacteria or anything on it. And yeah, we just spread it like that, ready for the next cow. Just so it's a nice clean environment.
An example, I think she's just finished. I was going to show you an example of a cow drinking from her trough, but I think she's actually just finished. Sorry, Heifer, you're our little model today.
She's loving it.
Here we go. Yeah, we've never had to teach them to do that. It just happens. Yeah, they're good little things, those little water troughs. Anyway, how are you getting on spreading straw?
So as you can see, we've got pen on the bottom, one by there, one by here. So we've got 3 altogether for tonight, which I think will be plenty based on the cows this morning. And we'll just leave the gates open and they can come in as they get split off. Good to go for another day.
Poppy's just seen what she looked like with the fringe.
Oh my god, I look like a different person. I literally look... Well, some girls look so nice with hair like this. I am not one of those girls.
Actually, no, you don't look terrible.
It's not so bad from the side.
I think it's just that you look so different.
If I ever need to change my identity, this is the route to go down.
Although we're farmers, we're still very like touch with our feminine side.
Yeah, we like to see what different hairstyles do for us.
Anyway, that is that. So we hope you enjoyed.
Yeah. I think we just want to show like how much we put into our calving season, and basically our main priority is our cows, the calves, and everything being happy and healthy and as stress-free as possible.
Yeah.
And that's our main aim. So we hope you've learned a lot, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
Bye. So as you can see, this is a cow that has also calved really, really recently. So she is just currently licking her calf nice and clean. So in this video we are just going to show you what happens post-calf, so what we do with the cows, with the calves, how we move everything around, and basically just the routine post-calf. So the calf is now up, already looking for milk, sucking. This all happens really, really quickly. A cow will be up and standing within 5 minutes of birth, and getting ready to get the colostrum that it needs.